So this is the transformation of Studio X. As you can see, it started as a very white, stark room. Here we are with my friend Rima, who's painting. Woo! First thing was painting it black to bring the vibes, and it makes it look so much better. Second coat. Look, I've got a helper. So once that was done, we had to draw up this back raised area. I didn't want to have the whole room just one level. I wanted to have a raised area at the back for the couch and stuff. So there's Dad helping me out there. And this took quite a long time, actually, to measure everything, to get all the wood, to cut it to size. Hey boys, what are you doing? Helping build the new studio. Probably over a couple of Saturdays did this bit. Put some insulation in there because we want to try and make this acoustically treated well. And then finishing it off with some yellow tongue on top, which, you know, this studio is not right angles, so all these different angles took a lot of time to calculate and get the right angles. So here we have some sound panels that I just drew up some quick designs for, pretty big, because the room's quite large, really tall. So it's going to do two, one on that side, one on that side, that's upside down, and then an X in the center. And so just built all these myself with pine from good old Bunnings. So I had to draw this just to visualize myself to get all the measurements. And there you go, there's the X forming there. And there's the frames are done. And it's coming together, it's looking good. The whole room's nice and vibey now. So here I've made a desk out of cardboard. This is my new mouse and keyboard. Just trying to get an idea of where I can space things. I'm drawing a line here because this is going to be curved. Going to go around like almost like a jelly bean shape. And then went to Alex, one of our designers, to put it into a digital program because we have a CNC machine which is run by Terry, who's the CNC master. And so I gave him the file and some MDF timber, as you can see. And we did a little test piece cut, like the size of a skateboard, really. So we cut out this little bit of wood first, just to get the shape, and then we'll sand it back to see how it feels. And it did it pretty well, so on to the actual size. So I chose 4 bits of this wood, of this timber, MDF timber. So it's a very thick, solid, strong desk. But yeah, CNC machine is amazing because it just cuts the exact shape that you want. So there's one piece brought into the studio just to see what it would feel like. It's a lot smaller than my last desk, but I think it's perfect. Just need the keyboard and a few other bits and pieces on there. Then when I was away on a holiday, the most exciting thing happened for me was getting the floorboards down, because then you really feel like you're in a real proper space. And then the next day the carpet got done. So I was very excited to come back from holiday and have a look at that. There we have it. This is a proper room now. It's looking great. Got an air conditioner installed. So then this is me and Dad installing this panel from Bunnings, which is actually really easy to set up and put up. It looks great. It's got sound foam in it as well to help the acoustics. So here we are building some more panels. This is just filling out the X and the other sound panels with acoustic baffle to get it all sounding nice and dead in the room. There's lots of stuff in the roof already, so we're just concentrating on the walls. Just put some black paneling along the front of the step there. So here we have the hook on the wall and literally just some little chain hooks on the back of this baffle. So we're going to hang them up. So very easy to hang up and take back down if needed, which is a good thing because I needed to take them back down to put the lights on. So shout out to Dad. I wouldn't have been able to do this without Dad's help. So it was a good father and son project. One panel up and there they all are, all up. So I haven't put the lights around them yet, but this is all of the panels hanging on the wall. Then I've got to just go nuts with the LED rope. So I put some under the step. There you can see it's glowing blue there. Beautiful. And started to move some furniture in. So it's starting to take shape. I'm getting excited at this point because it's starting to look nice. Now I pulled these sound panels off and I'm starting to put LED rope around them. And just so they have a nice little bit of a glow on the wall. And had to use some seriously sticky double-sided tape to get that good. But there you can see they've just got that nice glow. When the lights are off, it looks even better. Now working on the X. Now this is me on the little test desk with an angle grinder with a flat desk, just wanting to get some nice rounded edge. So I'm just practicing to see how the wood responds because we've never done this before. And then obviously sanding the edge. So this is a bit of a rough job, but I could kind of get a feel for what it was going to be. And it gave me confidence to move on to the big main desk and do it. So, but before that, we needed to glue all the bits together. And this is meant to just glue on all 4 bits together, which was very heavy, a very solid bit of desk. You can see the keyboard cut out in the middle there too. So we've made these cavities here. Because this desk is so heavy, it's 4 pieces thick. See, that's 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th piece there. So we thought we need to make it a bit lighter, so we cut these cavities out. And I'm like, before we put the top piece on, we've got to put something in there, store something in there. So I found one of my old Bibles, New Living Translation, and that's going to go in the foundation of the desk. Right there. Sealed in there for good. So there we see the Bible has gone into the foundation of the desk, which is a pretty cool little feature. Final piece going on top, and then we clamp it down with quite a few clamps. And yeah, this is the first kind of desk like this I've ever made. Fun project, but labour intensive, because you are about to see what else happens to it. So once, I think we left that for 24 hours to dry, and then took it out and started to work on the edging. And yeah, I was pretty happy with the result actually. It came up nice and rounded, as you can see, and just got into the final touches with the sander and got a good curve on the edges. Then what I wanted to do was cover it with Bible pages. I can't remember where I got the idea, but I thought it'd be a great thing just to get all these Bible pages. There's some photos I got off the internet to get an idea. And yeah, just handpicked some different scriptures and different books of the Bible that I wanted to feature on the table or the desk. And there you can see I just stuck it down with some spray adhesive. And it's actually looking really good. I was happy with how white and clean it was coming up. When I did do the final epoxy pour, it darkens up, but there you can see the keyboard just sitting in there beautifully recessed. So here I am just masking, taping up the keyboard inlay so that doesn't get any epoxy. I've never done an epoxy pour in my life until this point, but Bunnings had it for like $80. I needed 2 boxes of them just to give it that thick glass-like finish, which, I wanted that. So here we go on the test desk again. Just mixed up a small amount of epoxy just to see how it would respond. And there we are. I poured it there, and I believe, yeah, there's the air gun getting all the bubbles out from the top, flame torch rather. And there I am just giving it a good squint just to see what's going on. Don't have my glasses on, so squint, squint, squint. And yep, it all looks pretty good. So then it's dried off, and you can see it's got a nice glass-like finish. I was actually really stoked when I saw that because I'm like, yes, this is going to be good. So it gave me confidence to go on and do the main desk. So you can see some of the pages are a bit creased there. If I had my time again, I would make sure that's all 100% perfect. But, I'm the only one using the desk and I can live with it, so it's all good. But here we are, just using the flame torch, just getting all those air bubbles out. You can see the reflection of the lights there. Like, it's really glassy, clean, hard lacquer finish. So I was really happy to see the final result of that. Here we are. Some of the epoxy leaked down into that, which was a pain in the butt. I had to get the sander and chisel out just to get all that out, but we got there in the end, and there it is, folks. You can see it's discoloured the pages a little bit, but that's okay. It's a bit of a texture. And then I built this stand for the TV at the perfect height that I wanted it to be, and then I spray it black colour in a little bit of time. But here we are now moving on to the legs of the desk. So I got this timber, which was, I think, 100 by 100 mil, and I am just cutting it to length. Then I do, I can't even remember what angle cuts we were doing on them, but thankful for this table saw because it made my life a lot quicker, this drop saw. So getting all the angles right, and then because I wanted to do the legs like an X, so I had to cut out the middle. As you can see, I'm just doing bit, halfway down, so then the 2 legs would lock into each other, as you'll see in a second, just like that. So they're locked in together, but they weren't perfectly locked in, so I just got the chisel out and got it just very flush. So here we're now moving on to the spray painting. So I made this black. I was going to do the X, the legs red, but then I changed my mind at the last second when I was at Bunnings. I saw this purple spray paint. I thought, that looks pretty cool. So I thought, let's go purple. So purple is what we ended up with, and it's just like a gloss purple spray paint. And yeah, came together pretty good, pretty happy with the colour. So all the painting is now done. So now we head back to the room, and I wanted to install a PA system on the wall. So if we ever have a jam in there, we can, crank that up and not just use the studio monitors. So that's installed. Now here we are measuring the legs to make sure they all seem good. So yeah, getting the right width, and just there's Pastor Andy there helping me just lift it. Look at that good posture, good posture lifting. Well done. and we just kind of roughly put it in a spot that I thought would be good. It's all very solid, really solid legs, really solid desktop. So I've spaced them out what I felt would be a good bearing weight. There's a Studio X number plate, and that kind of just seemed good. A lot of this I wasn't really following any manuals, or, well, none of it I was following manuals. I was just kind of feeling it out. There I am thinking, have I done a good job with this? Tap that foot. Before I commit, let's just measure one more time. Measure 1,000,000 times, cut once. And there we are, drilling in the brackets so they're nice and strong, and there it is. So now that the desk is done, here I am just putting all the final touches in, brought all the amps in, the keyboards in, setting up the screens, the speakers, and now that that's all done, here is the final result.